Hey, it's Cher and welcome to Style and Stewardship. If you are new here, I'm a certified holistic nutritionist and I'm really passionate about encouraging you to become your own health and wellness advocate. And though I am not an expert in your body, I believe that you can be. So I am sharing today one of the things that I eat. Well, some of the meals that I eat on a daily basis. I like to keep it whole. I like to keep it real because I believe that that is what our body understands the best and functions with the best. So I'm sharing real whole food. I've got 3 meals and I've also got 2 snacks and there's some sweet treats in there because I'm a snacker. So without further ado, here's the video. Let me start off by saying this is a Friday and I eat a little differently on the weekend or closer to the weekend. This is a cup of Earl Grey tea and I typically have caffeine no more than 2 times per week and it's typically on a Friday or a Monday. There's also maca root in here and some coconut milk and a little bit of MCT oil for a healthy fat, and that is to keep blood sugar regulated. The maca root is a great adaptogen. It helps your body to adapt to stress and it's great for your hormones, but always check with your doctor. I have some turkey sausage since this was a grocery shopping day and I was out of the chicken sausage that I love from Costco. So I just got some from, I believe it was either Kroger or Target, one of those, and this is just some turkey sausage. I cut up the entire roll, fried it all, and then I put some in the freezer the night before. That's a little quick tip for a quick breakfast, and then I just grabbed some, nuked it the next day. This is a half of a Pink Lady apple. I always talk about these apples. They're in probably every grocery haul that I've done on this channel. But just a simple carb that I wanted with some fiber. And then I have this soft bake almond flour bar. There are no grains in this. There's no dairy in this. And it's also gluten-free. And it tastes like dessert. And I wanted something to go with my hot cup of tea. So that was a nice little sweet treat. And I keep some of these in my bag sometimes too for just a good snack. And my kid loves it. So there's that. It's kid approved. So that was breakfast this particular morning. Next up, I am having a snack, and it is something else that I share in the grocery hauls, and it's the grain-free pretzels, some unsweetened coconut chips, and some cashews. Next up is lunch, and I have 2 huge handfuls of a spring mix, and I just put that in a bowl. I used the other half of that apple. I used 2, I want to say it was like 2 or 3 of those little carrots. I just chopped those up, put those in here. And then I have these little slider burgers that I make every week. And sometimes they're lamb, sometimes they're grass-fed beef. I make a big batch of those in the air fryer and then I put those in the freezer. I nuke those. So when it's time for lunch, I literally take those out, nuke them on a paper towel real quick in the microwave and top this salad with that. I do not eat salad every day, usually just once or twice a week. So that was lunch. There is some apple cider vinegar in here, and there's also a tablespoon of some cold pressed organic olive oil. You could also use a creamy dressing if you like, but I like vinaigrettes more. And then there's some Italian seasoning in there as well. And that is a super, super quick lunch that I did not have to cook. Literally took me 5 minutes to put this together. So you could add whatever you wanted in here. You could put avocado if you wanted some healthy fats. You could use a creamy dressing, like I said, like maybe a ranch by Tessemae is really good, or Primal Kitchen. Next up is snack time. I love blueberries, and I just grabbed this small one from Aldi. I bought a couple of those actually because they were like $2.79 in my area. They were organic. I washed those in some vinegar and baking soda. I let those sit for about 10 or 15 minutes, rinse them off, and then I don't measure any of this. I go in with my hands and I think I dip back in here too, if I'm not mistaken. And then I grab this Lindt 85% dark chocolate bar. I absolutely love this one because the ingredients are pretty decent. It is not organic, but it is really good. But this one has chocolate, cocoa powder, cocoa butter, demerara sugar, and bourbon vanilla beans. So there's no natural flavors in this or artificial flavors in this. And it says you can eat 3 of them for 170 calories. I don't do any of that. I don't count anything. I just go with what I feel like eating, and I love the bitterness of the chocolate. The blueberries just smooth it out. Next up, I have some air fryer salmon, and on top, I just grabbed these from Costco. This is my favorite. This is the wild caught sockeye salmon. It was thawed the night before. I put 2 pats of grass-fed organic butter on top of each one of these fillets. I added some salt, some onions, some garlic, some Italian seasoning, and I literally just air fry it for 350 degrees for 10 minutes, and that's it. Next up, again, another freezer hack. I take some yellow Yukon Gold potatoes, I scrub them, I cut them up into wedges, I pop them in the freezer, and then when I'm ready to grab some, I pull them out and I air fry them for 380 degrees or whatever the little French fry button says. And then once they're done, I take them out, toss them in olive oil and salt, because olive oil is not really something you want to cook at a high temperature, because it can go rancid, and that creates inflammation. We'll talk about that in another video. And next up, I just plate that, and this is it. That is how quick and easy this was. And then there was some leftover broccoli I added to plate up the broccoli, and that's it. That easy. You are interested in just taking care of your body, eating whole real food, and sometimes you're just out of ideas or you don't know what to eat next, I hope you'll stay tuned to this channel, because I'm going to be sharing all the things that I've learned along the way. Again, I am not an expert, but I hope that I can encourage you and inspire you to become your own health and wellness advocate, because I truly believe your life matters, what you do with it matters, and as I always ask, what will you steward well? Peace.